Choosing the right face primer can truly up your makeup game. So today I'm sharing 10 of the best makeup primers for mature skin. And I have options for every skin type, dry, combination, and oily, as well as drugstore primers all the way up to high-end and luxury. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. You may think that primer doesn't make a difference or it doesn't do anything at all, when in fact you just haven't found the right primer. The right primer can help make the pores look smaller, smooth out fine lines and wrinkles, in addition to doing what they should be doing, like extending the wear of our makeup and helping it look better throughout the day and creating a barrier between our skin and the makeup we put on top of it. So let's go ahead and get into these primers that I think are just really, really great for mature skin, or any type of skin for that matter. This first primer is highly underrated and it's priced really well, even though it's not a drugstore primer. This is the No Problem Primer from Tatcha Soul. This, in my opinion, is great for all skin types. I have oily combination skin, and this does a great job of combating my shine throughout the day while not ever emphasizing any dryness I have on the perimeter of my face. It's got a nice light lotiony texture that sinks in really nicely, and like many Korean or K-beauty brands, they added some skin benefiting, some anti-aging ingredients in this product as well. There's green tea extract and collagen. So while the primer's doing the basics of what it should do, extending the wear of my makeup, having it look better throughout the day, I'm also getting some anti-aging benefits too. This also does a really, really great job of smoothing out my pores. This is my third bottle for a reason. I keep repurchasing it and keep repurchasing it. This is just a great buy for the money for any skin type. This is Tatcha, the Liquid Silk Canvas. This is $52 for 1 ounce or $22 for 0.35 ounces. I do love that you can get that travel size, the small size, to try out if you don't want to get the full size. I did try the original version and wasn't a big fan of that one. I know a lot of people really like it, but for my skin type, I just didn't enjoy it. This is oil-free and very lightweight and lotiony. It has that Tatcha anti-aging, nourishing complex in it that all Tatcha products have. It's got anti-pollution properties in it to help keep your skin clear, as well as thin layers of silk to help smooth out your imperfections and your pores. I feel like I've grown to like this even more the more I've used it. This is just a really beautiful primer that's very smoothing. It doesn't control my shine quite as much as, you know, my favorite primer does, but I still really, really like it a lot. And I think it's just super skin friendly for so many skin types. While I think it controls shine pretty well for oily skin, I think maybe super oily skin, it may not be quite enough. I would say for dry to moderately oily is who this is going to serve best, but it's nice and smoothing. It feels really lightweight on the skin. It's just overall a very beautiful primer that sits well on mature skin and a variety of skin types. This next one surprised me. I had seen mostly dry skin people talk about how much they like it. I kind of thought I wouldn't like it because of that, but I really do adore this primer, especially under more matte or drying foundations. I think it's really great for all skin types, but I think specifically normal and dry skin would love this primer. This is the Revlon COLORSTAY Prep and Protect Primer Base. This is $13.99 for 0.9 ounces. It also has SPF 34 in it. Take that or leave it. You have to apply so much of any foundation or primer to really get the true SPF protection out of it. To me, that's kind of just an ancillary benefit. This also has a nice, light, runny, lotiony texture. It absorbs into the skin very quickly and leaves kind of a dewy finish after. You're not going to get that mattifying finish. While it doesn't completely camouflage the pores, I just find it to be very flattering on the skin, and it hydrates yet absorbs oil at the same time. I find I don't get greasy with it like I thought I might. So this was just a nice, pleasant surprise. It's in a nice, small, compact travel bottle. It's economical, great across all skin types, particularly normal dry skin. Now this next one seems like it's smaller than all the others, but you use a smaller amount to get a really great effect. I was a little concerned about it, but I quickly found out I didn't need to be concerned whatsoever. This is the Shiseido WASO Poreless Matte Primer. It's $28 for 0.71 ounces. This is great for combination or oily skin, or even those of you with normal skin that just really want something that's going to control your shine in the middle of the summer or heat and humidity. It's oil-free and it's mattifying right away. I mean, you see the effect immediately, and it does control shine throughout the day. So this is great for those of you like me who have tried the typical pore filling primers that you have to press into your pores that come in the jars. They work great for filling in the pores, but they don't typically control my oil, my shine breakthrough throughout the day. This is the best of both worlds for me. It applies like a lotion to the skin like all these other primers, but it controls my oil throughout the day and it fills in my pores. I'm just shocked at how little I needed this product to do the job. You know, usually I need a pea-size amount of a primer, and with this I need about half of that. It also doesn't sit on the surface of the face, because primers like that for me just tend to affect the makeup I put on top of it. I don't know, I just don't like those. So I highly recommend this to those of you with oily combination skin and those of you who live in a hot and humid climate. This is fantastic. This is a primer that I talked about a lot a while back, but I haven't really mentioned in a while, and it needs another shout out because I've kind of neglected it, and it's really, really good. This is the Fleur Smooth Operator Skin Perfecting Primer. It is $42.50 for 1 ounce. So this is different from all of these primers in that it's got this color encapsulated technology. It kind of works like those BB creams that you pump them out and they're white, and then as you apply them to the skin, they start to match your skin tone and even it out. It blurs the imperfections and evens out the redness while also doing a great job of minimizing the pores. It also does a great job of hydrating while it controls my oil. This is a great product that can be worn alone, or it can be used as a primer. It feels really nice and lightweight on the skin too. This is a Louisiana company that I stumbled across. I have no affiliation. Last year, maybe a year and a half ago, and I'm really glad I did, because this is such a great unknown product, and I know a lot of you have tried it and have loved it just as much as I do. It's a really versatile product that I have gotten my money's worth out of. This is my second bottle for a reason. I think it's great for any skin type, and I think more people need to know about it for sure. I said there were 10 primers in this video, and I forgot that I didn't narrow down the 2 glowy primers that I had as options in this video. So I'm combining them as one, which means there's technically 11, but I really love them both. I can't narrow this down. I'm going to give you all the information and you can make your own educated decision based on that. So the first is the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow Primer. It is $55 for 1.35 ounces. This has a lotiony texture to it, and there's no sparkle, there's no glitter. I find that this applies a lot lighter than her Hollywood Flawless Filter. So if you're someone who likes using that, but maybe you can only apply it to the high points of your face, like me, because it makes you too glowy, this is a great option that you can apply under your foundation that helps give it a little bit of radiance, but doesn't make you, look greasy. It reflects light, it's got peptides and anti-aging ingredients, it blurs, it minimizes the pores, it does, all the good things a primer should do. I just like the effect it gives underneath my foundations. It makes me look nice and healthy and radiant. Now we have the one true luxury face primer of the bunch. This is the ByTerry CC Serum, and I'll put the shades that I have down below. It's not so much about the shades, it's about what these do, and there's a reason why people purchase these over and over and rave about them despite the $91 cost for 1 ounce of product. These are color correcting. They give a soft focus effect because of the light diffusing particles, and they're actually infused with rose stem cells, and that's what helps improve the skin's radiance. They even out the skin tone and hydrate and brighten, and there's even some built-in skincare. They just give a glow to the skin. You can mix these in with your foundation, apply as a primer before, use them alone or use as a highlight. They're just so versatile and really make the skin look stunning. This is one of those products that you think is going to be ordinary, but it's just not. It's also a great gift item. If you have that person that, you know, just has everything that you never know what to buy them, this or really anything by ByTerry is a great gift item. I mean, shoot, it's a great gift item for yourself too. It's only appropriate to move on to a drugstore product after that luxury item. So this is the Rimmel Stay Matte Makeup Primer. This is around $6 or $7 depending on where you look for 0.9 ounces. This is a lightweight primer that helps keep the skin matte and control shine. I find this does a really great job of minimizing the pores as well. This is a primer that I like to keep in my makeup arsenal because it's a great drugstore option for those of you that have oily combination skin and really want to control your shine throughout the day. This isn't a primer that I recommend for anyone with normal to dry skin. I think that it can pick up on dry patches, but for the rest of you, this is a fantastic drugstore option that really does work. Now we have the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer that I've talked about many times here on my channel. This comes in 3 sizes. The 1 ounce size is $54. The 0.31 ounce size, that's the little travel size, is $20, and the 2 ounce tube is $75. I've gone through so many of these that I did finally get the tube because it was just a better buy for me. There are many reasons why I love this primer so much. This is typically my control primer when I'm testing out foundations because it does work for me so well with so many different types of foundations. It's got a texture that's quite different from any other primer. It's very airy and silky and lightweight, yet it does sink into the skin like a lotion. It doesn't have that silicone slip to it. It's just a very unique texture. It is oil-free and it does truly feel weightless on the skin. Because it's oil-free and mineral-based, it's really great for those with sensitive skin. It does make the skin feel really smooth after you apply it, and it minimizes pores and imperfections so nicely. The unique feature that this has that a lot of primers don't is that it repels water. So if you are like me and you live in a hot and humid environment and can beat up with sweat when you walk from your car to a building, this is a great primer to have in your makeup stash because it can actually keep your makeup looking fresh. Now, I know this works great for my combination oily skin and it works great for normal skin people, but I have known plenty of dry skin people that have loved this too. And I do have to say that when I have dry areas around the perimeter of my face, that doesn't happen too much anymore, but it never emphasized those on me. This is just such a great, unique, beautiful primer that people love so much for a reason, and it is just my #1 primer for a reason. Now, I know there's this rumor that the NYX Angel Veil Skin Perfecting Primer is a dupe for the Hourglass Mineral Veil. This is $16 for 1 ounce of product. It's also very weightless and silky. I think this does a great job of smoothing the skin and minimizing the pores and controlling my oil. I don't, however, think it's a dupe for the simple fact that if I wear this more than 2 to 3 days at a time, my face starts getting really dried out. I can wear the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer day in, day out, and my skin almost seems to improve. It just does beautiful things for my skin. Whereas my skin stays clear with this, it just gets really dry and parched. So I can only wear this a day or 2 at a time. I do, however, think it functions really well on the days that I wear it. So I wanted to include it in this video because if you do have oily combination skin, we do need those bulletproof primers in our arsenal, and this is a great drugstore option. Now, this is a primer that I didn't think I was gonna like because it's typically referred to as being hydrating and very good for dry skin. This is the Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Primer. It is $34 for 1.35 ounces. There's also a 0.68 ounce size for $17. This is very light, lotiony, and hydrating because of the coconut water and other ingredients, yet it somehow works on my oily combination skin really well. It almost feels cooling on my skin. I love the way my skin feels when I wear this. I wouldn't say it does phenomenal things for my pores, but it doesn't emphasize my pores either. My skin just looks and feels really healthy when I wear it. It helps my makeup last a long time and look really good. It keeps my skin balanced and functioning normally and feeling really hydrated. When I get shiny, I don't get greasy with it either, which is really nice. I like having a primer like this because sometimes I wear mattifying foundations and I don't always want a mattifying primer as well because it's too much matte. I want a hydrating primer on occasions, and this is a really, really great one to have no matter what skin type you have. If you haven't seen my recent video on my top long-wearing budge-proof foundations, I'll have that linked here for you. What are some of your favorite primers? Do you agree or disagree with any that I have in this video? I'd love to hear about that in the comments. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and become part of the family. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.